welcome back.
Mhm.
I'm John.
I'm Sierra,
And this is And They Were Readers. I forgot to do the hands.
but I forgot to say the words.
Today, it is like kind of Oscars season. It happened a while ago. Don't judge us. But
Oh, is that why you had this idea?
anyway, I wanted to talk about movies and books that have been adapted for the screen, whether it's movies, TV shows. I think most of these are movies, and give you my definitive answers as to which I think are better. Either the book version or the movie version. Sierra has also seen movies.
But not these.
Not these, and just a little bit less than me. I watch movies a lot.
I watch like maybe 4 movies a year.
That's crazy. I watched 2 movies last night.
What?
So, yeah, we're just going to go through them. We just made the list, and I already forgot most of them.
John drank a lot of caffeine, if you can't tell. I didn't get my afternoon nap, if you can't tell.
I was thinking about that. I was
Took
going
a
to ask
little
if you
baby
wanted
nap.
coffee.
I slept for 15 minutes in my afternoon. Okay, first
Okay.
movie/book
Yes.
is Call Me By Your Name by Andre
Awesome.
I always want to say Ackerman.
This is a hard one to start on. I read the book a while ago, and I watched the movie before I read the book. I watched the movie before I got into reading again, and then I realized it was a book because I saw it somewhere, as one does, and then I went back and watched it again after reading the book.
That's a lot of media consumption. That's a lot.
Thank you. I've seen the movie a total of maybe 4 or 5 times.
Whoa.
I think it's definitely one of my favorite movies. The way that the director shoots, his name is Luca, and I can't remember how to pronounce his last name correctly.
I know. It's
But
the
he
same
also
one who...
did Challengers and Bones and All, a lot of good movies. The way he filmed that and the artistic, like the shots, the music, everything about that movie is so well done in my opinion, and really does capture the essence of. I can't really say because I've never been to Italy in the summer, but it feels like it captures the essence of like a carefree Italian summer.
Nice.
I think the movie wins. This is my movie hand and this is my book hand.
Okay.
Just so we.
The movie wins.
The movie wins only by like the tiniest little bit. I think I usually end up crying in the movie. If you've seen the movie, the end where Timothée Chalamet is crying into the fire, it gets me every time. And I didn't really feel that in the book, but I also love how closely the movie follows the plot line of the book and like all the little tiny parts that the book talks about that you feel like a lot of movies would forget. It makes sure to include that almost like line by line.
Okay, wee woo, rubric alert. Okay, so I think.
okay, tell me. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Teacher.
So, like, does it make me feel really deep emotionally?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if it makes you cry,
Yeah.
it gets like a bonus point.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it like which storyline is better?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the stories are the same, does it do it justice like with the nuance?
Yeah.
Like which one does nuance better?
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that should be a category too. And then like writing versus filmography. So like is the prose better or the way it was filmed better?
Yeah, does the prose outweigh the filmography?
I have to write these down because I really forgot. So I think it wins on those. It made you cry.
It made me
the
cry.
movie made you cry.
It did.
The storyline adhered to the original well.
Absolutely.
Okay, filmography versus prose though. This is
That's
what I want to know.
tough.
Mhm.
That's tough.
He's a good filmographer.
He's a phenomenal
director.
filmographer. I think the filmography wins.
Really?
I can picture so deeply like so many of the scenes, and there's a song that will play, if you know, in the background of my head as I'm watching. It's like, is it a video? You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's, I can picture, so it wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Watch that movie. It's such a good movie.
Next up, Howl's Moving Castle.
Ooh. This one's easy movie.
I love the movie. I've only seen the movie, but I like the soundtrack. Let's look at it. Emotions, did it make me cry? No. Did it make me feel deeply? Yeah. I was so happy. I was the happiest little girl watching that movie.
The colors that they use to animate, the way they animate those movies, I say those Studio Ghibli movies, is so incredible, especially Howl's Moving Castle. There's so many colors at play. the music in Howl's Moving Castle specifically it probably has my favorite soundtrack of all the Studio Ghibli movies.
I agree.
And it helps to make you feel deeply. I think deeper than I felt in any of the other ones.
So filmography beats prose for sure then.
Yes.
Emotions didn't make me cry. Storyline, did it adhere to the original? No.
No, it did not.
But the storyline was different, right?
It just jumped around.
I think storyline wins for the book, even though I haven't read the book, because you get more of why things are happening. Yes. Yeah. So it wins for storyline, but it won 2 out of the 3. So the movie wins. This
is one that I'm a read the book then watch the thing guy. This time I would genuinely advise opposite. I would say watch the thing, and then if you're like, how did we get from here to here? Go read the book to fill in the gaps.
I didn't care about that.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't need to know.
Yeah, and you might not. You might watch the movie and be like, and I'm satisfied.
Okay, next up we have No Country for Old Men.
By
Cormac McCarthy.
Cormac McCarthy, yeah. This... Okay.
Did it make you cry, either one?
No.
Okay. What was the storyline like in both of them? Were they the same?
I think they're pretty much the same, yeah.
Then it comes down to filmography versus prose.
Ooh.
And vibes.
And vibes, yeah.
Vibes is you can choose to include that. Yeah. This is just, I want to know these things.
This is hard because I rated both of these in the 3 category. They both fell around being kind of mid. I think the filmography, and a lot of it was the actor's portrayal. Because one of the characters, if you know the storyline, is kind of disturbed, and reading it, you can kind of imagine, but when you watch the actor do it, and they're so deadpan, and he goes he flips a coin and he goes, call it, and it's this really tense scene. But when you're reading it, you can feel that there's supposed to be tension, but you don't necessarily feel the tension. But there's a lot on the line, there's a lot at stake, and that scene alone, the interaction between those 2 characters, you're sitting there and you're like, whoa, okay, this is a lot. So I think for situations like that, I have to go movie. Okay,
so the movie's won 3 times in a row. That's not a normal take.
That's not a normal take. Is that what this whole video is going to be? I'm trying to think, and no, it's not. It's definitely not. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Yeah. Next, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston.
Man, this is hard. The movie is so fun. It's on Amazon Prime. I think they casted it very well.
Okay, did either of them make you cry?
That's a good question. If anyone, it would have been the movie. Oh. I don't think it made me cry, though. I don't think it did.
I would remember it. The storyline.
Yeah.
Was it the same in both?
I think the book definitely had more.
Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah. So it wins storyline right now.
Storyline, yep. I think I'm going to have to go with the book.
Oh.
I will go with the book on this one. I watched the movie first.
Okay.
And it did make me want to pick up the book.
Okay.
And...
You got it for $1.
I did get it for $1. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, and I think I enjoyed the book more.
Oh,
so
sure.
I would say read the book and watch the movie for this one.
Okay, so let's go back.
Yeah.
Call Me by Your Name. Watch the movie for sure.
Yep.
Read the book
for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Watch the movie for sure.
Maybe
read the book if you want to. Not necessary.
No Country for Old Men. Don't do either.
Yeah.
Okay,
skip them.
Red, White, and Royal Blue. Do both. Got it. Okay.
Cool. And we're here.
Next. Ooh, I'm so excited about your thoughts on this one.
Yeah.
All of Us Strangers. I don't know who it's by off the top of my head.
The book is by Taichi Yamada. So this is an easy movie for me. Easy movie for me. I will say that this is of all of these on the category, maybe, this is the biggest difference you'll have from book to movie.
Yeah. Storyline, who did it better?
Yeah. Storyline, it's hard because there's a lot of cultural things in both.
Okay.
There's a lot of Japanese mysticism in the book that you miss when you're in the United Kingdom. You have Paul Mescal and Andrew Scott. And, you're not going to go wrong. You really can't go wrong. Did I cry? Yes. I wept little baby tears.
Baby.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Next, The Road by Cormac McCarthy.
Easy. Just flip them. Read the book for sure. Don't really need the movie.
Okay, yeah. For me, I did read the book. I did not cry.
No.
But I was feeling it.
Yeah.
And then the storyline, I honestly thought the storyline was fine.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Yeah, that was it. Filmography versus prose. I don't know the filmography, but the prose.
The prose is phenomenal.
The prose in The Road.
speaks for itself.
Okay,
yeah, I think the book. I give the book like a 4.75, and I think I give the movie like a 3.
Okay. Next we have The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse.
Whoa. This I listened to.
Oh yes, I did as well.
Yeah, and it was like right when I was introduced to Libby and what it was, and I was just like scrolling looking for an available audiobook because I had a drive ahead of me, and I saw this one and it was available, and I said, I don't know what that is, but I'm listening to it. Did I cry? Yeah. Did I cry when I watched the little like, I guess short film?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the most tender story you'll ever find, with all these little gentle reminders about humanity and life and the human condition and struggle and love and found family and friendship. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say it's on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. If you have the chance, watch it. And then if you also have the chance, read it to your little child. Read it to yourself. Read it to your inner child. I will say that the film adaptation is like significantly more accessible, just because it's a little like nice cartoon and it's calm. The narration style is very gentle. And then if you want to read it because you want to like read it to your child from your voice, also do that.
I would read it too.
Yeah.
I think so when you read something to yourself, there's something that happens like embodied, right? When you hear what's happening in front of you in your own head and you're not watching it, there's like an external thing that happens when you watch it. It's separate from you. But when it's within you, there's something beautiful that can really happen. So I definitely recommend reading it or listening to it.
Wow. And this is why we have Sierra on the channel.
Yeah, I don't watch movies or read books, but I'm here for the vibes.
I interact with the media. She comments. And she comments hard.
Let's do The Hate U Give.
Ooh.
I have watched the movie, have not read the book.
Okay, I watched the movie first.
I watched it on a plane, don't recommend. I wept. I wept within the first 10 minutes. So for me, emotional, did it make me cry? Yeah. Yeah. I watched a short about it the other day, cried again.
Double homicide. I watched it in college for the first time, before I read the book, before I got back into reading. And I wept. And I was sent into an existential crisis to the point where the friend I was watching it with, the movie ended, and I was like, you need to leave now. I need my space.
So the movie and book are about?
Oh, yeah, I guess. The movie and book are about this girl. I want to say her name is Star. And she is like a black teenager growing up with an all-black family, but she is going to a predominantly white school, probably like high school, and it's kind of just like living the line between your like black community, your white social circle, and the like initiating event is an unlawful murder of one of her black friends who's a guy, because an officer thought he saw a weapon and it was quite literally a hairbrush. And then you go from there, and chaos unfolds, but very relatable chaos, especially, I mean, still in context now, but especially back then.
But especially now I would say, yeah.
Yeah, I say movie. The book is really good as well, but the movie, I think they did a good job casting and portraying the emotion.
The acting was so good.
Yeah.
Especially for like a teen movie.
Yeah.
All right, next up.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson, a television adaptation. Sorry.
Also
trash,
a movie. Yeah.
The movie's trash.
The movie's so bad. I read all the books.
Oh, I read the first one.
Nice. And that's the only one we have in the TV form. I think, okay, follow me here. I think the book's all around better.
Okay.
100%. We all know the first movie, pretty trash. It was exciting when I was a kid because I was like, oh my gosh, Percy Jackson coming to life. I hadn't read the books. I don't even know what he was talking about. But I still thought it was a cool idea. Went to the movie theater, trash. The TV show, I love the kid. I can't remember his name. Yes, I can. Walker Scobell.
Yep.
He is hilarious. Loved him.
All three of them together are so good. Oh yeah, the Adam Project. That's where I also first saw him.
And he is a much better, no offense to the first guy, much better Percy because he's like close to his age.
Actually a middle schooler and a great actor.
Yes, and the direction to make Annabelle black and the way, I remember watching an interview with the actress that plays Annabelle, and she got to sit down with Rick. I don't know, people say his name differently. I say Rick Riordan. People say like Riordan or other.
I say Rick Riordan.
Riordan. See,
Yeah, but I don't know. Rick Riordan. I can't say that anymore.
And he was basically the sentiment was, don't let anyone like badmouth the fact that I changed this character. Like, this was my choice. This is my book. I wrote the source material and I chose you.
No, I do like that he was the one who was in the room, and that like whenever something is being adapted, it's really helpful when the original creator is in the room.
Yeah.
Which doesn't always happen because of like life and things like that, but people pass. But
yeah. So I thought it was fun. I've watched the whole first season, and I know there's going to be more.
Yeah.
And I think it was fun. I definitely think it was better than the movie, but worse than the book.
By worse, you mean, like, not as good. Like, it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
I had a great time.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
I
just think the books are so, they're so good.
Next, we have a couple of Sally Rooney's. We have Conversations with Friends and Normal People.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's start with an overall. Normal People is better than Conversation with Friends.
Your hand disappeared. I've only read Normal People.
Okay. Yeah.
I really liked it. That's all.
Same. This one's hard because we have Paul Mescal again, who apparently just can do no wrong in my eyes.
Apparently.
No, I think the book is better.
Then what?
The show for Normal People.
Fun fact about me. You're like embarrassed by what you do.
Yeah.
I loved the book. I watched the whole thing. Everyone was like, you have to watch the show. Mm-hmm. I watched like the first 2 episodes and then gave up. So like I liked the dynamics, I liked the acting, I liked the filmography. I liked the words better.
Yeah.
I liked being in it better. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I think I gave up on the show.
I still think you should continue watching it.
It's too late. It's
gone.
No,
it's not. I think the show is phenomenal. But I think the book is better. The prose, we all know Sally Rooney. I've read all of her works now. I think so. That felt so weird to say out loud, but I think that's true.
Is that true?
I think
the
so.
Little one even?
The Mr. Salary, I did. Anyway, I love her prose. The way she writes is so, I don't know, scratches a part of my brain.
Yeah.
And she's taught me to not need quotation marks. She trained me. I think, if you're going to choose one between Conversation with Friends, choose the book again. Sally Rooney just writes so well.
Okay.
So it's going to take a lot for there to be a screen adaptation that surpasses the way she can write words on a page. Mm-hmm. And I believe that wholeheartedly.
What are these books about?
Normal People is about these 2 people in Ireland. All her stories take place in Ireland, actually. They start off in high school, secondary school. They meet. They're like not this perfect match, but then they end up falling in love, and it's very ordinary in a very beautiful way.
That's why it's called Normal People.
Correct. And she does write such like average feeling circumstances and an average feeling love story in such a deep way that
so accurate.
So accurate, yeah. And it's I don't know, it's beautiful.
How'd you do that, man?
Conversation with Friends.
I don't know that one.
Is basically you have these 2 friends that kind of infiltrate the marriage of these older people that they meet, and there's just there's a lot of dynamics. Infiltrate is the wrong word because it's mutual. They're not sneakily trying to break up this couple, but
they break up as well.
I don't even remember if it ends in a breakup. I just know that the way everything happens,
toxic.
It's very toxic. I didn't enjoy it as much. The prose was still good because Sally Rooney writes with masterful wonder. Next book, please.
Ooh! The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald.
That's actually really tough.
So this one's really, really tough. Let's go back to our rubric. Did it make me cry? The movie did. The book did not.
Oh.
The movie, just the way it was filmed, and like the moment with Daisy, and like all of the things, and then at the very end, like the way that it was blocked, it did it brought. I don't know if I actually cried, but like it brought emotions to the surface in a way that the book did not do. Now, filmography versus prose, though, I'd have to give it to the prose.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did not know you could make words like that string together. What? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I agree.
So I remember rereading it. I didn't read the whole thing, but I reread the first chapter with a student, and I was reading it. I was like, "You don't even understand, do you?" I was like, "You don't." I'm like trying to explain this to you, and you just don't get it. You don't get how beautiful this is.
Yeah,
it was really good.
That movie was cast very well.
Mm-hmm.
I was shook to see Tobey Maguire, and then I was shook to see him deliver the role super well. He played Caraway phenomenally.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously.
But he did a really good job of that role.
Yeah. I was shocked. There's like music in that song. Music in that song. There's music in that movie that I think about to this day. Lana Del Rey's Young and Beautiful.
Yeah. We're gonna listen to that after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like the little song that goes, "A little party never kill nobody."
That was Gaga, right?
Maybe. And it was perfect for the scene.
Yeah.
The way they shot those parties, that's the only part of the movie.
I agree.
Yeah. That like outdid the book.
Yeah.
Because you could visualize and you see the flappers and the fountains and the dancers and
I want to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful Boy.
Beautiful Boy movie. Okay, I need you guys to watch this movie because
Okay.
I talked to you guys about this.
Yeah.
None of my friends have watched it.
Can you just sit down and watch it with me?
I would love nothing more.
I can't watch movies on my own.
I know,
So
but
just
we never
come
like
over.
carve out time for movies.
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
We had this reckoning live on camera. I think this movie is phenomenal. I wept. If you don't know what Beautiful Boy is, I saw the movie and then I read the book.
Okay.
Beautiful Boy is a nonfiction about a father dealing with his son who's struggling with drug addiction. The movie, the son is played by Timothée Chalamet, the father is played by Steve Carell. And it's such an underrated movie.
I agree.
I feel
From,
like no one has heard of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's one of like my top 3 or 5 movies. I give 5 stars.
Mhm.
I cry literally every time I watch it.
Whoa.
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet does a phenomenal job.
Mm.
A phenomenal job. Like, there's so many scenes that are heart-wrenching.
I'm gonna lose my mind, aren't I?
Probably. The book, the only reason not one of the only reasons, is the book, it follows the dad as he truly deep dives into the amount of research he did on drug addiction, the way drugs interact with your body, the way like addiction works. He committed himself to fully understanding what his son was going through and trying to help in the best way he could. And obviously, like it's nuanced and he fails and things happen. But there's times where you get like a lot into the science of it, and the movie is able to just jump over that.
Right.
So,
Because it's not nonfiction.
yeah.
At that point. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
So it's
if
a
you
book.
want the like reasons and stuff, the book might be really good.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna say something.
I was gonna say if you like know someone who's struggling with drug addiction and are trying to like give yourself some tools and equipment to support, that's a good book to go to.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Next up, The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, The Handmaid's Tale, the book, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, the show is really good. Only the first season because after that they kind of just take it and run.
I remember with the show, I started it, watched the first 2 episodes, was like, that's too real for me.
It's a lot.
And I decided to like not watch the show.
It's a lot.
And then I never got to run to the book. So the book for sure.
The book for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a classic for a reason. They did a good job with the show, but like I don't know, they have taken a lot of creative liberties. And as I kept watching it, but I watched the first like 3 seasons before I read the book, and you feel like you're kind of losing the vision as the show goes on, and it makes sense because there's no source material there.
It should have been probably just like a limited series, like for 1 season kind of show.
I agree.
Great. Last one. Dune.
Dune movie.
Dune movie.
Dune movie. Basically, if it has Timothée Chalamet in it, it's movie.
The way
No.
you said his name was so funny to me just now.
Timothée Chalamet.
You said Timothée Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet.
The French. I think Dune 1 and 2, if you don't know, so the first Dune book covers both of the first 2 Dune movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you with me? And I know a lot of people think the first movie is really boring and slow. And if that's what you think,
it's just really political.
I agree.
Yeah, so like it's beautifully shot. It's really political. A lot of whispers.
Stunning.
A lot of like trying to understand the political landscape.
Yes.
But that makes sense because that's what the book is about, and I don't think you lost that sentiment from the book while also not keeping all of the like long details.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but I didn't read the book.
But I'm not a rapper. The book is very much like that. The first half of the book, you're like, oh, what's going on? I'm a little tired. And then you get to the second half, and it's like war, explosions, worms, Zendaya.
I loved the second movie.
Yeah, it gets super exciting. I gave like the first movie maybe a 4.5 and the second movie a 5. I loved them both, but I read the book before watching That's not true. I watched the first Dune movie, read the book, watched the second Dune movie. And I love them.
All right, that's it. That's all the movies you've watched and the books you've read for both.
Correct.
That's a lot.
That is
you
a lot.
Did a good job.
I be doing stuff.
Yeah.
I be consuming media. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah. Bye.
See ya.